On September 26th and 27th, 1950, the United States Navy conducted Operation Sea Spray. In this experiment, the Navy filled helium balloons with the bacteria Serratia marsens. These balloons were floated over the urban area of San Francisco Bay and burst. Beginning just 48 hours later, 11 patients at a local hospital began developing a very rare, very serious urinary tract infection. One individual died. In the weeks following the release, many residents of the San Francisco Bay Area came down with pneumonia-like symptoms. A military follow-up study showed that nearly every single person who was exposed became infected with the test organism. Between 1949 and 1969, the military conducted aerosol weapon testing over 239 U.S. cities, all as part of the U.S. Biological Warfare Program.
Talk about a jumble. You're not a number 9, little cloud of mine. You're blocking the sun, it's a troubling sign.
Did you know that at any given time, an area twice the size of the state of Michigan is covered by jet trails? Air traffic contributes 3.5% of the total human production of carbon dioxide. The increased cloud formation from all of this air traffic changes the Earth's climate. At any given time, as many as 5,000 airplanes may be flying above the United States. Large jets consume nearly 300 gallons of fuel per hour. Nearly 30 million hours were flown in 2007. Have you ever looked overhead on a clear summer day and seen airplane exhaust crisscrossing the sky? Have you ever wondered what's in that exhaust? According to NASA, what you see are line-shaped clouds, or condensation trails, composed of tiny ice particles. However, there's a lot you don't see. Aircraft engines emit carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, hydrocarbons, carbon monoxide, sulfur gases, soot, and metal particles. Although denied by NASA, some researchers believe that airplane exhaust may contain other dangerous chemicals, including barium, aluminum salts, polymer fibers, thorium, or silicon carbide. Many people have claimed that these chemtrails can cause respiratory illness and other health problems. Although thousands of people have demanded an explanation, NASA and the federal government continue to maintain that these chemicals are not intentionally added to the jet exhaust. Some researchers believe that these chemicals are added as part of a global conspiracy to reduce the population. Other researchers believe that the chemicals are added for an entirely different reason. In 2005, Hurricane Katrina ripped through the Gulf Coast, killing nearly 2,000 Americans. What if the government could have changed the weather? Project Cirrus was the first attempt to modify a hurricane. It was a collaboration of the General Electric Corporation, the U.S. Army Signal Corps, the Office of Naval Research, and the U.S. Air Force. October 13th, 1947. The hurricane was headed out to sea. An airplane flew along the rain bands of the hurricane and dropped nearly 80 pounds of dry ice into the clouds. Next, the hurricane changed direction and made landfall near Savannah, Georgia. The public blamed the seeding. Cirrus was canceled. Project Cirrus was not the government's last attempt to change the weather. Beginning in 1962, the government started an ambitious program, Project Storm Fury, attempting to weaken tropical cyclones by flying aircraft directly into them and seeding them with silver iodide. Largely considered a failure, the program was officially canceled in 1983. In 1962, the government claimed they were trying to change the weather to protect us from storms. But what if the government was trying to change the weather to create a weapon? In August 1996, Colonel Tamsy J. House presented a research paper to the Air Force entitled Weather as a Force Multiplier, Owning the Weather in 2025. General Gordon Sullivan, former Army Chief of Staff. As we leap technology into the 21st century, we will be able to see the enemy day or night, in any weather, and go after him relentlessly. On October 2nd, 2001, Congressman Dennis Kucinich introduced H.R. 2977, the Space Preservation Act of 2001, to ban the government's use of chemtrails. The bill didn't pass. Although some people may claim that chemtrails are benign or even beneficial, since 1990, asthma rates have more than doubled. Hurricanes are more common than ever, and global warming continues to increase the temperature of our planet. Next time you look up in the sky and see a chemtrail cutting across the sunset, ask yourself if you believe our government when they claim that chemtrails are harmless.